Admiral Kethvar of the Zephyrian hegemony had seen many things in his 3 centuries of life. He had witnessed the fall of stellar empires, the birth of new civilizations, and the endless dance of diplomacy and warfare that defined galactic politics. But nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared him for the sight that now filled his command bridge's main display. 10 human fleets hung in the void before the hegemony's primary stronghold, their angular vessels bristling with weapons that defied conventional understanding. The humans called them Terra-class expeditionary forces, each one containing more firepower than entire star systems had seen in their lifetimes. "How many ships in total?" Kethvar asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "Scans indicate approximately 12,000 vessels across all 10 fleets, Admiral," his tactical officer replied, mandibles clicking nervously. "Each fleet appears to be organized around a central dreadnought measuring. This cannot be correct." "What are the readings?" 15 kilometers in length, sir. Mass equivalent to a small moon." Kethvar's blood ran cold. 3 years ago, a single human fleet had appeared at the edge of Zephyrian space. The humans had requested safe passage to reach a region of space claimed by the Karathi Empire, humanity's sworn enemies. The hegemony, confident in their military superiority, had denied the request and threatened to destroy any human vessel that entered their territory. The humans had responded by demonstrating the capabilities of just one of their fleets. In 47 minutes, they had systematically dismantled every hegemony defense station, disabled 300 warships without destroying them, and somehow managed to broadcast a message directly into the personal quarters of every hegemony leader simultaneously. The message had been simple. "We asked nicely." Now, 3 years later, those same humans had returned, and they had brought friends. Commander Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the UES Indomitable, the flagship of the 5th Expeditionary Force. Around her, holographic displays showed the positions of all 10 fleets in perfect formation. Years of careful planning had led to this moment, humanity's first large-scale demonstration of their true military capabilities. "Admiral Reyes is requesting final confirmation, Commander," her communications officer announced. Chen nodded. "Tell the Admiral that 5th Fleet is ready. All crews are at their posts. All systems are green." The plan was elegantly simple. 3 years ago, 1st Fleet had shown the galaxy what one human fleet could accomplish when forced into action. Today, 10 fleets would demonstrate what humanity was capable of when they chose to act with purpose rather than merely react to threats. The Karathi Empire had made the mistake of interpreting humanity's previous restraint as weakness. They had launched a genocidal campaign against human colonies, believing that the species that had barely scraped by against the Zephyrians would be easy prey. They were about to learn otherwise. "Commander," her tactical officer called out, "we're receiving surrender requests from 17 different Zephyrian vessels. They're asking permission to withdraw from the system." Chen almost smiled. The Zephyrians had learned their lesson well. "Grant them safe passage. Today's demonstration isn't about them." On the Zephyrian flagship, Admiral Kethvar watched in fascination as his retreating ships were allowed to pass unmolested through the human formations. The humans could have easily destroyed every hegemony vessel in the system, but they were choosing not to. It was a level of tactical restraint that spoke to both incredible confidence and sophisticated strategic thinking. "Admiral," his intelligence officer approached cautiously, "we've completed our analysis of the human fleet compositions. Each fleet appears to be specialized for different types of warfare: long-range bombardment, close quarters engagement, siege operations, rapid assault. They're not just showing us their strength, Kethvar realized aloud. They're showing us their versatility. 10 different fleets, 10 different ways they could choose to end us. The transmission from Admiral Reyes came simultaneously to every ship in the system, broadcast on all frequencies in every major galactic language. People of the galaxy, this is Admiral Maria Reyes of the United Earth Systems Navy. 3 years ago, First Fleet was forced to demonstrate humanity's defensive capabilities. Today, we gather to demonstrate our offensive potential, not as a threat, but as a promise. The 10 fleets began to move in perfect synchronization, their formations, shifting into patterns that would have been impossible for any other species to coordinate. Human neural interfaces allowed for instantaneous communication between ship captains, creating a level of tactical cohesion that bordered on telepathic. We know that many of you have wondered about humanity's true capabilities, Reyes continued. You have seen one fleet operate under rules of engagement designed to minimize casualties. Today, you will see 10 fleets operating under no such restrictions, not against you, but against automated targets we have prepared for this demonstration. Across the system, massive asteroid-sized targets materialized, sophisticated holographics, constructs designed to simulate heavily defended installations. What followed was a display of coordinated destruction that redefined galactic understanding of warfare. Third Fleet demonstrated their mastery of exotic physics, using gravitational weapons to tear apart targets at the subatomic level. Seventh Fleet showcased kinetic bombardment capabilities that could crack planets, while Ninth Fleet revealed stealth technology that made their ships effectively invisible until the moment they struck. But it was the synchronized assault by all 10 fleets on the largest target that truly shook observers. 240 guns fired as one, their shots arriving at the target simultaneously despite being launched from positions spanning millions of kilometers. The holographic installation didn't just explode, it simply ceased to exist, erased from reality with mathematical precision. The Karathi Empire has chosen to interpret mercy as weakness, Admiral Reyes announced as the demonstration concluded. They believe that because we previously chose restraint, we are incapable of decisive action. They are incorrect. The 10 fleets began to move toward the edge of the system, their destination obvious to every intelligence analyst in the galaxy. The human war machine was finally moving at full capacity, and their target was the empire that had dared to test human resolve. As the last human vessel disappeared into hyperspace, Admiral Kethvar found himself offering a prayer to whatever gods might listen, not for his own people, who had wisely chosen not to stand in humanity's way, but for the Karathi Empire. They had awakened something that the galaxy was not prepared to face, and now 10 fleets were loose among the stars, carrying with them the full weight of human determination. The galaxy had trembled at one fleet. Now it would learn what 10 could accomplish when humanity stopped holding back.